Travel all over the Caribbean as never seen before. We love exploring new places. The Caribbean is one of my favorite places to visit, but it can be really a hard time and sometimes expensive if you're not careful. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the best hidden gems in the Caribbean that you can visit without breaking the bank. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications bell to receive more videos like today. Without further ado, let's begin our flight through the island.
Preview.
10th place, Zona Colonial. We're landing our flight through the Dominican Republic in the place where many important cultural moments of the country began, La Zona Colonial. Located in Santo Domingo, La Zona Colonial is the city where Christopher Columbus first landed on the entire continent. There are centuries-old colonial buildings sprawled across the city, a place where world-class museums, vintage restaurants, quaint cigar shops, and colonial restaurants take us back to another era of cultural development. Much of the activity in La Zona Colonial takes place in El Conde Street, where you can find most of the nightlife and day life on the most popular street for dining al fresco. 9th place, Playa Dorada. Playa Dorada is located in Puerto Plata and is one of the Dominican Republic's best beaches. In a country whose biggest appeal is the white sand and the crystal clear water surrounding the island, Playa Dorada is lined up with luxury resorts and much less sargasso than you'll find at Punta Cana on the other side of the island. It has a more relaxed vibe and a less crowded beach, and is one of the best spots for swimming and snorkeling in the Dominican Republic. Here you'll find undeveloped beaches backed up with palm trees and forests, so what makes this location special is that both nature and the sea converge in one spot on the northern side of the island. 8th place, Lago Enriquillo. If El Pico Duarte is the highest point in the Caribbean, Lake Enriquillo, also known as Lago Enriquillo, is the lowest. Lago Enriquillo is a hypersaline lake located between the provinces of Bajoruco and Independencia. It's the largest lake in the Dominican Republic and in the island of La Hispaniola, as well as the Caribbean. The lake is named after Enriquillo, the first Taino chief who revolted against the Spanish colonialists, featuring trips along the lake's waters and even on an island within the middle of the lake. You'll be able to spot a large population of American crocodiles, pink flamingos at Boca de Chichon, and many bird species. Most importantly, you might even be able to befriend some of the iguanas that guard the entrance to the lake. If you're coming here, make sure to bring your sunblock and a lot of water, as the southern part of the island is also the driest and hottest. 7th place, Cueva de las Maravillas. Cuevas de las Maravillas, or the Cave of Wonders, is an experiential walkthrough into an ancient Taino cave where you'll find petroglyphs, pictographs, and engraving by the Tainos who inhabited the caves between 800 and 500 years ago. Diggings have shown archaeological and human remains from between 4,000 and 5,000 years ago. Cueva de las Maravillas is not the only cave you can explore in the DR, but it's by far the most accessible of all, as it features an excellent lighting system, ramps, a footpath, and an elevator. If you enjoy exploring places with a high cultural value, then you should visit La Cuevas de las Maravillas. And while you're there, make sure to make a run for the next place on our list, which isn't too far away. 6th place, Casa de Campo, La Romana. Casa de Campo in La Romana is one of the most luxurious places in the Dominican Republic. It means country house in Spanish and was originally a retreat for American-Austrian industrialist Charles Bladorn, who built his estate on the central Romana property, and when he died in 1983, it became the first resort in the country. Imagine the Hamptons, but in the Caribbean. It features an ultra-wide marina and over 70 restaurants, shops, bars, and homes, and one of the best golf courses in the Dominican Republic is usually ranked in the world's top 100 courses. In a resort as big as Casa de Campo, even staying indoors in a villa is a refreshing experience for many. You can book an air-conditioned hotel room or a villa that features expansive movie theaters, game rooms, a personal chef, and cozy lounging. You can golf around the clock, bathe in the crystalline waters of Minitas, and get lost in Altos de Chavon's pristine cliffside, where you can appreciate the architecture, the artisanal shops, quaint bars, and restaurants that you'll find along the way. Fifth place, Jarabacoa. Jarabacoa is a town in the Dominican Republic, being the quintessential mountain town with you can stay at places like Jarabacoa Mountain Village, which offers you villas for rental in the middle of the mountain forest. There's also La Jamaica de Dios available, a beautiful residential area that overlooks the Jarabacoa Valley, with affordable prices, easy access to the city, and far away enough for personal tranquility. Fourth place, Pico Duarte. If you're a mountain person, El Pico Duarte is the place for you to sate your hiking and mountain trekking needs in the Dominican Republic. El Pico Duarte is the tallest peak in the Caribbean at a height of 3,087 meters. At the summit of the Pico Duarte, you'll find an east-facing booze bust of Juan Pablo Duarte, one of the Dominican Republic's founding fathers. Now that we've arrived at the top 3, get ready to find out which ones are the 3 best locations we advise you to visit in the Dominican Republic once you set foot in Quisqueya. Third place, Montaña Redonda, Miches. Similar to Jarabacoa, going to a mountain in the Dominican Republic seems like the opposite of basic touristic advice. Montaña Redondo, or Round Mountain, located in Miches, begs to differ. This is an unforgettable experience for panoramic view lovers, where you can admire the reflection of lagoons and sunset with the green of the mountains. On top of that, you can take a super quirky looking picture flying on a broomstick throughout the mountains. If that doesn't sell you, then perhaps our next destination will. Second place, Bahía de las Águilas. Bahía de las Águilas is a beach among beaches in the Dominican Republic. Its name stands for Bay of the Eagles and is located in the near southern end of the border between the Dominican Republic and Haiti. Pedernales is a southern province in the DR, one of the most isolated in terms of economic and infrastructural development. As such, this means that Bahía de las Águilas is also one of the most isolated beaches, known as the Virgin Beach because its water is crystalline and abundant in wildlife. You can find starfish, Caribbean lobsters, and several eco-lodges on the way to Bahía de las Águilas. Beautiful cacti, water holes, and heavy coral rocks around the semi-arid area of the bay, which is also the driest part of the Dominican Republic. Remember to bring your skin protection and sunblock. Also, 100 pesos if you want to enter the park, or perhaps $500 to $2,000 if you're entering the beach via boat. If you're looking for an eco-adventure instead of luxury tourism, then this is the place for you. Pedernales is not a tourism-oriented province, meaning there are no luxury hotels at all nearby. First place, Isla Saona. Parque Nacional del Este is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and there's no more iconic place in the Dominican Republic than an island part of another island. That's Isla Saona for you, featuring day trippers from Punta Cana and Casa de Campo and tourists that come from other beaches across the island. Isla Saona is a tropical paradise with the classic soft sand beaches, turquoise water, and the best place to board a catamaran and speedboats throughout the salty sea and wind. And with that, folks, our trip throughout the beautiful Dominican Republic is over. Thanks for flying with us on today's flight through the Caribbean as never seen before. Don't forget to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications for more videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for more.